Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-timer baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Boston College right back to the line. To the air, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
He stopped behind the line again, had the earlier fumble. They have flat bottled him up in this one. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Boston College! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
He'll bring it out. It's Hardy. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows left and right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance. Turning it on! Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Boston College wants to play fast.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's got him. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most times.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the grab on the left.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Working the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got rid of it just in time.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Boston College right back to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. At the 45 on its way. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This Boston College offense has it working.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. To the air. It's Stockton. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. The give on the option. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Boston College wants to play fast.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Punts it out of the air. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
It's second down.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Holds and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah. It's a running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking for room. It's Golden. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off and
trying to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Boston College right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
decides to back and leaves it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He's got his man.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin them deep. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but still a good game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joe.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He'll try to do it himself. Flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man. Oh, he's getting ahead of us, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got a man. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Here's a heat. Heaves it deep. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guy.
Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up 14 over Temple. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll open the second half on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's going to lose a yard on that
Loss of 2.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Finds his tight end.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. Past the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And the Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Tight end now in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball. To the 25-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. 29 Phillies. Handoff from the shotgun. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hardy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The throw to the outside is complete. There he goes! Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Catch in the middle, it's Gentry. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Reads it, fires complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Finds his man in the middle. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's going to let it go. Makes a grab for a big play. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They want that clock to run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get the corner. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. It's a reverse. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.